You have been hurt enough times to know the taste of disappointment. You have been betrayed, underestimated, ignored, dismissed. You've learned that not everyone who smiles at you wishes you well, and not every handshake means respect. And yet, you keep showing up. Somewhere deep inside, there is still a small voice whispering, "I'm not done." That voice is the beginning of mastery. Because the greatest art in this life isn't to love blindly, or to trust endlessly, or to keep giving until you bleed. The greatest art is to become untouchable, not cold, not cruel, but unshakable, to reach that quiet point where no insult, no rejection, no storm can move you from your center, to live in the chaos and still remain calm. That's what Napoleon Hill discovered after decades of studying the human mind. He said, "Man's real success is measured not by what he achieves when conditions are perfect, but by what he becomes when the world tries to break him." You see, most people think strength is loud, anger, revenge, dominance. But Hill knew the opposite. He wrote that self-control is strength, right thought is mastery, calmness is power. That's emotional control, not repression but precision. It's knowing how to feel everything, but choose your reaction. It's being so in command of your own mind that nothing outside can command you. Look at the world today. Everyone is reacting. You scroll through the noise. Outrage here, envy there, fear everywhere. People fight battles that don't belong to them. They hand their peace to anyone who presses the right button. And then they wonder why they feel drained, anxious, lost. Napoleon Hill called this mental slavery. He warned that the one who cannot control his emotions will always be controlled by circumstances. You become a puppet of your environment, angry when others are angry, sad when others are sad, hopeless when the world looks dark. That's not life. That's programming. And the only way out is to build what Hill called mental immunity. Mental immunity means this: nothing enters your mind without your permission. No criticism, no praise, no gossip, no fear. You decide what deserves space in your consciousness, because your mind is a temple, and not everyone deserves entry. But let's be honest, you can't just snap your fingers and become untouchable. It's a long war between who you were trained to be and who you were meant to become. The world taught you to react. It trained you to depend on opinions, to chase approval, to fear rejection. It taught you that peace depends on conditions. I'll be happy when, I'll be confident if, but that's illusion. Peace doesn't arrive when life calms down. Peace arrives when you do. Napoleon Hill studied men who had lost everything and still walked with authority. He asked himself, what makes a man powerful when he has no power left? And he found the secret: control of the inner state. He said, you have absolute control over but one thing: your thoughts. Think about that. Not your circumstances, not the people, not the outcome, just your thoughts. And yet that one thing controls everything else. Because your thoughts create your emotions create your actions, and your actions create your life. So when you learn to master the first link in that chain, thought, you become the architect of your own destiny. You stop being the victim of reaction. You stop being swayed by every wind that blows. You become still inside while the world trembles outside. That is the art of becoming untouchable. It doesn't mean you don't feel. It means you feel deeply, but you don't lose direction. It means pain visits you, but doesn't live in you. It means you observe without absorbing. There's an ancient story Hill loved: the lion and the jackals. When the lion walks through the desert, the jackals follow, barking, mocking, throwing stones. But the lion never looks back, because the lion knows one truth: if he stops to answer every bark, he'll never reach the mountain. That's the level you must aim for. The world will bark, people will doubt, your own mind will whisper fear. Let them. You walk. You keep walking until silence becomes your companion and your calm becomes your weapon. Every man who has achieved greatness, from Edison to Ford to Lincoln, had to learn this. They all faced ridicule, failure, betrayal, but they mastered emotional control. They didn't waste their energy proving themselves. They invested it creating, and that's where most people lose. They bleed energy through reaction. They waste hours being offended, comparing, complaining. They let emotions rule logic. But the ones who build empires, the ones who rise, learn to pause. That pause is power. It's the moment where instinct ends and choice begins. And in that moment, you can either fall back into weakness or step forward into mastery. When Hill spoke of emotional control, he wasn't preaching stoicism for the sake of pride. He was teaching energy conservation. He said, "The man who cannot control himself will never control anything." Meaning, until you master your own mood, you'll always be a slave to the moods of others. So how do you do it? How do you become immune to the noise, the drama, the pull of negativity? It starts with awareness. Every reaction begins as a thought, a spark. You must learn to see it before it becomes a fire. You catch yourself in the moment and ask, "Is this worth my peace?" If it's not, you let it pass. You realize not every comment deserves a reply. Not every insult deserves attention. And not every battle deserves your energy. You start to see emotions like visitors. Some bring gifts, gratitude, curiosity, compassion. Others bring poison, envy, rage, despair. You don't fight them. You simply decide who stays and who leaves. That's emotional control in motion. Hill often spoke about transmuting energy. He believed every emotion, even anger, fear, lust, can be converted into creative power. You don't suppress it, you redirect it. You take the heat of frustration and turn it into fuel for your work. You take heartbreak and forge it into wisdom. You take rejection and sculpt it into resilience. That's mental alchemy, turning lead into gold. But let's not romanticize it. This path is lonely. You'll outgrow people who thrive on drama. You'll lose those who only loved your weakness. You'll spend nights questioning whether detachment means indifference. It doesn't. Detachment means love without dependency, strength without arrogance, empathy without exhaustion. And you'll notice something magical. The more detached you become, the more you attract peace, clarity, and respect. Because people feel your energy. When you stop reacting, you become unpredictable. And in this world, unpredictability is power. The one who cannot be emotionally manipulated holds the highest leverage. Hill used to say, "The moment you decide that nothing can disturb your peace of mind, you become truly wealthy." Think about that. Not money, not possessions, but peace. Because peace is the currency of kings, and emotional control is how you earn it. He told a story of a salesman who lost everything: his money, his home, his reputation. Yet when Hill met him, the man smiled calmly. Hill asked, "How can you smile when you've lost it all?" The man replied, "Because I haven't lost myself." That's the essence of immunity. When your identity is rooted not in circumstances but in consciousness, no external loss can destroy you. This is the paradox. The less you cling, the more power you gain. The less you need, the more life flows to you. Because desperation repels and composure attracts. When you become centered, opportunities orbit around you. So the next time someone tries to trigger you, remember, they're not attacking you, they're testing your mastery. Life uses people as mirrors. Every irritation reveals a weakness you still need to strengthen. Every disappointment shows where you still depend on outcome. Every betrayal teaches you how to love without attachment. That's how emotional control becomes evolution. You're not suppressing feelings, you're sculpting your response. You're teaching your nervous system to trust you again. And one day you'll wake up and realize the things that used to shake you don't even move you anymore. You'll smile where you used to react. You'll observe where you used to argue. You'll let go where you used to chase. That's not numbness. That's transcendence. Napoleon Hill often said, "A man is paid not merely for what he does, but for what he has become." The value of your work, your relationships, your leadership, it all rises as your emotional maturity rises. Because calm minds build better ideas, patient hearts build better bonds, and stable spirits build better lives. You will fail at this sometimes. You'll react. You'll overthink. You'll slip back into old emotions. That's okay. Mastery isn't perfection, it's awareness. Every time you return to peace faster than before, you are winning. So start small. Control your tone before you control the world. Control your morning before you control your destiny. Control your inner dialogue before you speak to others. That's how power compounds. People will wonder why you're so calm. They'll test you to see if the old you still lives there. Smile, don't explain. Your silence will teach them more than your words ever could. You've heard the saying, be still and know. Stillness is not laziness, it's supreme intelligence. It's the awareness that not everything needs your reaction. It's trusting that time reveals what emotion hides. And when you master that, you become dangerous in the best way. Because you no longer chase validation, you attract respect. You no longer depend on moods, you create momentum. You no longer seek control, you embody it. That's mental immunity, when your peace becomes so strong that chaos bows before it. When your energy becomes so steady that negativity dissolves in its presence. When your heart becomes so disciplined that even love no longer blinds you, it enlightens you. Remember, no one is born untouchable. You build it, day by day, choice by choice, thought by thought, until one morning you wake up, look in the mirror, and realize you've become your own anchor, unmoved, unbothered, unbreakable.